Can y'all hear me now? How's everybody doing? It's great to have you guys here. I got my first massage today. Ate some vegan food. It's delicious. First and foremost, I'm Ruben Moreno. My stage name is Amon the MC, spelled A-M-O-N, and it's an acronym for Ambition Made of Negativity, meaning that negative energy, instead of letting it bring me down, I use it to uplift myself and other people and be a positive influence in my community and soon to be in yours. 2 years ago, I dropped an EP. For you guys that don't know, it's an extended play. It's any project longer than one song. It was 5 songs. 5's my lucky number. And when I dropped it, I had this delusion that I was going to blow up and I was going to be touring and somebody was going to hear it and sign me. And none of that happened. None of it. And I felt like a failure, to be honest with you. It was sad, you know. You put your heart into a piece of work and not that many people listen to it. But 2 years later, people are still rocking with it. I actually wore this to show you guys. It's baby steps. It's to symbolize that I'm taking baby steps towards my career before I take the bigger leaps. And the album that made me feel like a failure makes me feel like such a success now. 1 year ago, I started an event called Hip Hop Alley in Vista, California, because I found likewise individuals who were throwing music shows every weekend, and they allowed me to throw once a month Hip Hop Alley, and I got to bring all my friends, all my favorite local artists, and I got to organize it. I got to bring people together. But what made these shows a little different is I got to bring painters. I got to bring people who sold clothing, vendors. It was beautiful. Food, drinks. It was beautiful, and I got to have amazing people come. And one of my favorite local artists, who I now know as Victor Roman, but originally I knew him as his Instagram handle, Viral Boa. Beautiful piece of work. If you went outside and you saw on that table with the Mayan talisman and the beautiful native lady, that was his work. Also the boyfriend of Linda, the amazing, beautiful lady that brought us all together. Now, how I met Linda is a funny story. I was like begging Victor. I was like, hey, man, I'm throwing these shows. Could you please come to one of them? You're like one of my favorite artists. And he'd be like, oh, I'm booked that day. Next event. Oh, I'm busy that day. Next event is busy. It was about the 4th or 5th time he said, I'm actually free that day. I was so stoked. I got him in the place. He set up his stand. It was for my birthday show, so it meant even more to me. And it was beautiful. And then he introduced me to Linda, who ended up buying one of my T-shirts at the time, which I thought was super, super cool to support her local people. So I just threw in one of my CDs to Baby Steps. $5 if you want one. And she told Victor that she liked what I said. She said that I had a message for the youth, which touched my heart. And then she ended up saying that, and we connected more. And then she asked me if I would help her with an event, because she said her seeing me do these events inspired her to do this very event that brought all of you guys together, which is crazy, you know. And she said specifically one of the songs on there had inspired this. And this is off the same album I told you that I dropped and I felt like a failure. And it inspired this. So I want you guys to give a nice, warm round of applause for Linda. Make her feel great. Are you guys having a good time? I can't hear you. Come on. That's what I like to hear. Now, I'm going to stop talking and start preaching. I'm so honored. Linda asked me, she said, would you mind doing the song for this event? Of course. It's an honor. So the trippy part about this song is the beat was sent to me by some random producer in New York. Crazy, right? He just messaged me on SoundCloud. He said, would you like to use any of my beats? Of course. Stole this one off the spot. And when I first heard this, the first thing that came to me was the hook. I usually write my stuff, but I didn't write the hook for this one. It was there. It was spoke to me. And I was already writing. I had a little bit of a negative environment. I just moved to San Diego from North County Vista, and I had a little bit of a negative home environment over there, so I moved down here, and I was able to move in with one of my mom's friends. They were renting out their back house. Derek's seen it. We worked on a speech in there. It's dope. Yeah, and I was able to work on more music and focus on my school a little bit more. So I was in the middle of writing this already when she told me, could you do the song for the event? So I did it. If you go to page 15 in your pamphlet, I believe, I could be wrong, check what page that is. 10, go to page 10. And I titled this song, The Greatest. And I'm about to perform it after I get a swig of water. Are y'all awake? I heard 3 people cheer. Are you guys awake? I like that. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all really hear me? They said I was the greatest, I told them I'm far from it. They said that's okay, just shoot for them stars, youngin'. One day you gon' be a top of large summit and realize you got everything your heart wanted. And I've been wondering how I could ever be a man when I didn't have a dad. Mama, Grams, and Gramps, they were all that I had. And now I can't see it, they were all that I needed. So you best just go believe it. I got people behind me that love and inspire me to reach the highest peak. Until then, I'll find some peace. I'd like to speak on the fact that am I in it for the love of the money? I'm in it for both, buddy, trust me. I'ma use it on my mama and grandparents and put them on vacations and send them to their favorite locations. Come back to new places, be like, yeah, I paid it, plus there's a car in the garage waiting, here's the keys, go ahead and take it. Said I was the greatest, I told them I'm far from it. They said that's okay, just shoot for them stars, youngin'. One day you gon' be a top of large summit and realize you got everything your heart wanted. They don't know just how it goes. Wait till we out on the road. When we go to own them shows, and soon we're gonna own the globe. It's crazy, last night it was so amazing. I was up on the stages, the crowd was yelling my name and I had their heads banging. And they was doing all of that. After that, shaking hands and giving out some autographs. People telling me I could be a celebrity if I keep up my energy. Like, trust me, you'll be big. The clock says 6, an hour before my shift. When I open up my eyelids, and all day long they ain't calling me Amon, they calling me Ruben. When I'm not making music, and that is something I'm cool with. No, for real, it's all gravy. That's the name my mom gave me. It'll never be upsetting. I chose I be the best me no matter whatever the setting. Cause surely I'ma have a story that's really worth telling. Cause I remember high school, my senior presentation. I told the class I get my major in administration. And after I be a rapper, that was torn across places. Before I got to my seat and even get my pencil, the girl next to me said my dreams would never be successful. Hey, I saw her the other day, you know what she had to say. Said I was the greatest, I told them I'm far from it. They said that's okay, shoot for them stars, youngin'. One day you gon' be a top of large summit and realize you got everything, yo. Said I was the greatest, I told them I'm far from it. They said that's okay, just shoot for them stars, youngin'. One day you gon' be a top of large summit and realize you got everything your heart wanted. They don't know just how it goes. Wait till we out on the road. When we go to own them shows, and soon we're gonna own the globe. We're so divided, I just don't like it. So I decided that I should be the change that I wish to see. Making sure my name will stay engraved in your history. Leaving traces of my energy for future generations to remember me. They said I was the greatest, I told them I'm far from it. They said that's okay, just shoot for them stars, youngin'. Cause this whole time, you already had what your heart wanted. Make some noise! Come on, keep that going, keep it going, keep it going. Yeah! Now before I go, I do this at all of my shows, so when I say A, you say mon, A, A. Louder, when I say A, you say mon, A, A. When I love y'all. Hey, before I go, give a huge, warming round of applause to Linda, the beautiful woman who brought us all together. Got many people in this building. Also, since I did a lot of the work for my shows and whatnot, I understand the role of everybody that's a part of the show. So make some noise for the AV guy that's on the sound. He didn't get appreciated all day. He knows that, yeah, he feels good right now. Keep that. And the photography and the video guy, come on, they're so underappreciated. And no one's gonna see them in the video because they're behind the scenes doing all that magic. And shouts out to Pat. I've seen him at my school before, and he knows some of my homies, so he's dope. I don't know you, but you're cool. I like you. Just basically what my goal of music is to empower people. I want to be the positive change, and I want to inspire other people to be the positive change. So hopefully I inspired a few of you guys, and I hope some of my words hit home, and I hope you go home feeling good about yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so I was sitting back there listening to Derek talk and just trying not to cry, because when I truly believe in what someone is saying, I get overwhelmed. And having never actually heard Derek talk in person, but having watched him through Instagram and heard amazing things about him and hearing about all the things he does at the Dojo Cafe, I was like, I gotta hear him. I gotta invite him to come here. Okay, so thank you so much. We're going to connect more and create more events together. And Ruben, he was the source, one of the sources a lot of people inspire me. Reason for doing something, I always thought, when I graduate, I'll do this, or when I get my degree, I'll do this, or when I have a license, I'll do this. And Ruben doesn't have any of those things. And I don't have any of those things. And I thought, if Ruben can do it, then I can do it, and that's why I'm doing it. And I want to say the same thing to all of you. You can do it. You can do anything that you want, anything that your heart says that you need to do, you can do it. All right.